Every time. Forget something every time. If it's not the camera, it's the light. If it's not the light, it's the camera. Anyway, hello. Good evening. Hello. Yes. Yes, welcome back. Let me turn this down a smidge. There we go. Just a smidge. Yes, hello, indeed. Welcome back to more Pokemon shiny hunting for the stupid pink deer for now the 5th time, the 5th dedicated stream for this stupid pink deer. I'm going to eat this thing. I swear. So, yes, so that's what we're doing today. What is happening? I have too many cords. Too many. Woot indeed. Hi, Eve. Hi. How are you doing? Ooh. I am alive. I bet he tastes like bubblegum. You know, I can't wait to find out. So you know what? Let's see. Make sure, before anything, I actually have to hit the record button just in case I actually do get it, and it would be cool. Sleepy but good. I can't relate because I'm sleeping at basically the completely inverted schedule, but I'm also good, so I'll say that too. I got up at like 7:30. I don't think I got a full 8 hours. I think I intentionally didn't because I thought I'd have to do something, but then I kind of like dozed for a little bit, and I don't know. I didn't actually get out of bed until like 8 o'clock in the evening. But yeah, no, I it's not good. It's not good. Anyway, first one. Hit that counter, and no dice. As per usual, this will be a whole lot of flashing screens and all kinds of that bullshit, so if you don't actually want to peep it, you know, you don't want to actually have your eyeballs on this to avoid the flashy screens, no problemo. I do not blame you. There's at least chill music. There's at least that, so. Yes. Yes. Back to the old grind. Yeah, I've been a busy bee. I've been doing a lot of photoshopping, a lot of graphic work the last like 3 days. And I am kind of happy with it. But I've been, for a long time, I'd been struggling with one particular layout that had just been like the colors just weren't working. Just were not working. Are you doing 2 of these at once? Correct. So because I am emulating this, I can actually just use a single controller and it controls both of them. So yes, I am. These are, however, save files that are, you know, legit. So, you know, in case anyone who watches this in the future was like, oh, you emulating must be cheating. No. One of these emulators we use to play on stream, Ultra Moon, and then the other one was a personal save file that I've been wanting to you know, do shiny hunting with in Ultra Sun. So yeah. There are some cheatsy doodles I can do with my emulator. Of course, I can toggle like a always shiny thing, but what's the point? That kind of ruins the whole thing about shinies, you know? So if you just use like one of those like always shiny like cheat code toggles, like it's dumb. Like the only thing I do in terms of like cheatsy doodles, because I have access to an emulator, are twofold. 1, save state so I don't fucking lose anything. And 2, it's basically guaranteeing the type of wormhole, like, so I can actually encounter the right Pokemon. Because you have to do this minigame in order to encounter a lot of these legendary Pokemon. We have to do this minigame where you have to fly through this, like, spatial corridor, and then fly through a color of wormhole to hope you got the actual thing you're looking for. Because otherwise it can just be a random regular Pokemon. So I've did some things to like make this whole thing expedient. That's pretty much the only thing I do with like outside of like just being able to stream this easily. That's the only reason I actually use these emulators, because I don't have a capture card in my 3DS. That's pretty much it. I can't afford one. Expensive. I'm gonna be so mad if I get this in like the first like 30 minutes. That's just how it goes. I'm already like well over odds of when I should have caught one. Well over odds. So donate to Zelthor so we can buy a capture card. Got it. Well, I mean, obviously yes, but that's actually pretty low on my priority list. But yes, yes. The moral of the story is give Zelthor money. All the monies. All the monies. He likes a good handout. That said, you know, probably shouldn't. Nope. Yes. Truth be told, I kind of wanted to actually just go back to playing Xenoblade 2 again today, because I've basically been doing that every night for like the last couple days, and I've been really enjoying it. Just grinding out the affinity charts and just, you know, maxing out all the characters as much as I can, outside of, you know, obviously some of the more like actual equipment type stuff, but more so just getting their skills unlocked. I've been really enjoying doing that. So again, like I kind of wanted to go back and do more of that tonight, but it's like, no. I was supposed to do this yesterday, but nah, we need to actually I need to actually get this done. This is something I need to do. I need it. Cause I want to actually cause it's taken too long, if that makes sense. It's taken too long to get to where I need to be with this thing. So I want to actually hunt other things. Like, if I have to pull out the fucking, if I have to pull out the 4x layout, and I basically duplicate the fun thing about running emulators is that you can run, you know, 2 instances of the emulator at the same time. Right? So you can run, and because you can run 2 instances of the emulator at the same time, you can basically use one game here, one game there, and capture them separately, right, through OBS. But there's also nothing stopping you, if you were to run, there's also nothing stopping you running multiple instances of the same game and the same save file. There's literally, like, as long as you don't save again, it doesn't really, you know, it's not going to screw anything up, right? Not save again while all of them are open. So basically, as I have done in the past, I have actually ran one of these games 4 times at the same time. I don't remember hitting the button there. So, in a way, I could actually just straight up like do two of these instances each in order. So it would be 4 screens, but like 2 of the same save file each. It's a little cheatsy. It's a little iffy. That's why I reserve that to things for things that the Shiny Charm does not work on. The Shiny Charm does work on this, so I feel a little bit less I feel a lot less comfortable doing that. But things like Type Null or Poipole, which I can't believe we actually got Poipole. That was fucking wild. We did that so early. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so things like that, where basically the Shiny Charm doesn't work on this random static encounter. that's where I'll pull out the 4X, because that's basically emulating the shiny charm. Not exactly, I think it's a little bit better, but it's essentially, the shiny charm is basically cutting it down into a fourth of the actual, the fourth of the old value. It's not, again, not quite, but getting there. So. Waggle, waggle, waggle. Gonna fucking break my chair. Nope. Yeah, so I don't know what the next hunt is. You know, I don't know what the next hunt is. It's a bit of a slow burn, obviously, right? But, like, there's a few things I could actually do. I don't think we actually finished one of the other type nulls. I don't think we ever did. I'm not too sure on that. I'd have to double check. Because I definitely only uploaded the one, I think. And then I evolved it into Silvally. Question mark. Maybe I did. I don't know. At some point I will have to do another Thundurus and Tornadus as well, because I think I've got both of them. I just, you know, don't have them here. Not sure. I'm not too terribly sure what do we do next. We could do some of the other Regis. We could definitely do some of the other Regis. We have Registeel, thankfully. So we still need to do Regirock. Regirock is gonna be interesting. We need to do Regirock, Regice, Regigigas, and then back in Sword and Shield, I need to do a Lucky or Regidrago. Probably Regidrago, because that's probably gonna be the easiest to see. And that's gonna suck, because it does require you to have all of the other Regis in your party to unlock it. And it's also not affected by the shiny charm, from what I understand. And it's one of those ones where you have to do a floor puzzle before it activates every single time. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Yes, I think you have to do the floor puzzle. I can't remember. I remember doing the floor puzzle every single time. I don't remember if it's actually required, though. If it wasn't, I'm probably gonna rage. Let's see, pull this up here. There we go. You know, I tried doing the dual streaming thing again. I tried doing the dual stream, and frankly, I'm looking at it now and going, why did I do that? It's literally just the middle here, so all you can see is, you can't even see the encounter. You can't even see the encounter. I don't know why I did that. And you can't turn it off, I don't think. Yeah, no, you can't turn it off until the stream's over, so that's... whoopsie. I still have to go get the others. I still have to get Cobalion and Terrakion. And I still need to finish the Pokedex for Sword and Shield as well. Because that's how we get the shiny version of Keldeo. And I think I have to do that twice. With like a separate home account, basically. In order to get the... unless Keldeo is available to shiny hunt. Is Keldeo available to shiny hunt? Let me pull this up here. Keldeo. Shiny hunt. Can you actually hunt? Okay, shiny locked Pokemon. Okay. Okay. Looking okay. Is it a you fucker? Shiny in other locations. Yep, so all the legendaries. No. Shiny locked Pokemon from the DLC. Yep, all the legendaries are shiny locked again because of course they are. You can get Melmetal again in this game? Well, that's good. Jesus. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Do I have a shiny? I didn't look. I don't even remember pressing the button, but we're just gonna move on as if I did. That's a piss off. So yeah, in order to get shiny Keldeo, you basically have to use Pokemon Home. You have to complete the dex for both, for at least one of, I shouldn't say both, but it usually requires both of words hard, thinking, missing. Sword and Shield, that's what it is. So you have to grab all those, you have to complete the dexes in there, and it's literally a living dex, so you have to actually collect all of them, one of each stage. And then you have to put them in home. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Do that again and again and again, and eventually you'll have the Pokedex filled up from home, in home I should say, and then they'll give you a gift of a shiny Keldeo. Problem is, it's one shiny Keldeo. Shiny Keldeo has two different forms, which means I have to do it twice. And there's another Pokemon I have to do this as well with, which is shit. What's its name? It's the fourth Genie Pokemon that they came out with. In Legends Arceus, I can't remember its name. Something, you know, Adis or Doris, whatever. Something. Enamorous, that's what it was. Enamorous. Where it's like pink. Yeah. So I have to hunt that twice, which means I basically need a second Pokemon Home account, which I think I can get away with as long as I just sign in with another profile. The problem is there's only 30 box spaces in Pokemon Home on a free account, so that's going to be fun. That's going to be a whole lot of go in, go out, go in, go out. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So when do you hunt the shiny missing? No. So that's the fun part, you don't. There's actually, like, legitimately, you actually can't. First of all, shiny Pokemon weren't a thing until Generation 2, and I believe Missing No was only a Generation 1 thing? And even then, I don't know if it can be shiny. Not sure. Because I don't know if it even, I think it might be available in Gen 2. Let me look up Missing No. Because I'm curious. Missing No. Pokemon species. Unofficial blah 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 blah. Missing No. 5 forms of Missing No. Huh. Red and blue normal, ghost, Aerodactyl, Kabutops, and yellow normal. Okay, yeah, so it's basically only available in Gen 1. So, it's literally impossible to shiny hunt it. Unless, because I remember there being sort of like a weird thing that could happen, like where if you traded a Pokemon from Gen 1 to Gen 2, like using the virtual console stuff, like if you could actually trade them over, I'm pretty sure there was like some sort of like, there was a chance for them to be shiny. So like maybe it's possible, but I don't think you can trade the Missing No, and it's probably a bad idea to do so. Though I'm not an expert on Gen 1, or Gen 2 for that matter. Gen 4, Generation 2, I know quite a bit about, but that's because it's a remake from my, it's the remake of it that I played when I was a kid. Instead of the one I could have played when I was a toddler. Yep. That really disturbs me. It really does disturb me. It's just, time just keeps marching onward, but at the same time, it's like when you start like looking back at like, oh, that wasn't that long ago. Oh, it was that long ago. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it, but then you sit there and you think about it and you're like, holy shit, it has been this long. Like 2019. Like 2019 was... Doesn't feel like it was that long ago, does it? But, it's 2026. That was like 7 years ago. You're welcome. We're all old now. Ancient proverb. Shit sucks, yo. Well, I just died of old age. Yep. Emotional damage. I'll probably die of old age before I see this stupid fucking pink deer. That's probably what's gonna happen. Real talk. There we go. Walk on in. Nope. If I was smart, I could actually like set rubber bands up like on this on the controller so it would actually like hold these fuckers down. But I'm not, and that sounds like a pain in the ass, so I'm good. I would need really strong rubber bands because this is a hefty controller. But still, that is a common strategy for this sort of thing. One thing I do find quite disturbing is that, like, you look at the trainer card and it's like, oh, you spent 91 hours in this game. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. It's been way longer. Like, look, 42 hours, 91 hours. Oh, no. It's like at least double or triple that, especially on that Ultra Sun playthrough. Holy fuck. The amount of time I spent just hunting Poipole, the first Poipole, the amount of time I spent hunting that thing, the amount of time I spent hunting Blacephalon. And I didn't even get that, though. I didn't even get Blacephalon on camera. I got the first Poipole on camera. Kind of. Accidentally on camera. More like, I got it off stream accidentally, just like testing a thing, and then, oh look, there it was, and there I recorded it, and all that, but way too much time spent on this. That's okay. Do. Want the pink one. Want the pink one. It's not pink. It's not pink. I'm gonna try not to say that this every time I fucking... There it is. There's OBS again. Now, I did say that I would be mad if I got it within a half hour of starting the stream. I mean, I would be mad, but I would also much rather that happen. So, any time now. Any second now. This is it. I can feel it. It's not it. Okay, I lied. This, like, shiny hunting like this really is the, you know, hand in mouth, huddled up in the fetal position, rocking back and forth, like, of playing video games. That is what it is. That is what this experience is. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And in between these, I get a little distracted looking at something, you know, instead of actually resetting. This is one of those things where if I kind of had this a little bit more automated, where it would just kind of do this by itself, like, I would actually spend a little bit more of this time photoshopping instead of doing... I could go back and do that with, Sword and Shield, actually. I do have a turbo controller, so I can, in one particular hunt, I can do that. I can always go back to the ancient Dracovish hunt. The hunt that I did probably like over a year ago and never went back to. Because I think I did something like 800 encounters. Something ridiculous like that. Let me pull it up. I have Death Counter up here. Nope. Let's see. Do I have Dracovish up here still? Yeah, Dracovish. 720 encounters. Because basically it's literally just, you know, hit turbo, just like have it mash A for you, and then just literally like revive fossils. Like I've like revive 30 fossils at a time, and then you get your fossil. That's how that one's going. That's how that one goes. I would need a copy of a sword to actually like do that one a little bit better. And I also just would need to grind a lot, because technically speaking, you can get all of the fossils in each game. You can get, in both games, you can get all the fossils, except there's a problem in that one version of the game has, there's 4 fossils, where you basically, there's 4 fossils where you combine those 4 fossils into 4 different Pokemon. Because it's sort of like it's basically a reference to like how dinosaurs were all kind of screwed up, like when we first started doing paleontology, like where you would be sticking like one dinosaur's abdomen to a completely different dinosaur's neck, you know, that sort of thing, right? So it's a reference to that. So you can basically mix and match them, right? You have 4 options. 2 fossils. 2 of those 4 are extremely common in each game. So 2 of them are really, really common in one game, and the other 2 are really, really common in the other game. And so the opposing like 2 fossils for each game are much rarer, but still obtainable in the other game as well. So it's sort of a pain in the dick to actually get all of them in just one save file. You have to do so much grinding, so much. And you can't buy them. It's a pain. I think you can actually find them out in the wild as well. Technically speaking, like I think you can get them from like raids or whatever they were. But no. I just don't much care for that endgame. Don't care for those raids. The Dynamax adventures are kind of fun because it feels sort of like a roguelite. But it's still jank, and it takes a long time for each run. That was out of sync pretty bad. I'm still working on that dex in Sword and Shield, or I guess it would just be Shield, but I'm still working on that dex, and it's just, it's one of those things where I can kind of get into it like once every 6 months, and then I just, there's just something about that game that keeps me from playing it for too long. Like part of it is Pokemon games kind of have like the replayability until the next one comes out. And then when the next one comes out, you're kind of like, I don't want to play this one anymore. I need to keep up with the new thing. This one feels better. And so I go back to Shield instead of Scarlet and Violet, and I'm just like, no, this don't feel right. This doesn't feel good. And it's not quite just that. It's also, there's something about those games in particular that kind of I have a hard time like sticking with it. It just feels jank. Doesn't feel right. It's pretty as hell though. It's a really pretty game, like stylistically. It's got some glaring issues when it comes to like, you know, draw distance, pop in, and all this kind of other bullshit, like, you know, lots of graphical stuff. You know, terrible trees. But other than that, like stylistically, gorgeous game. Gorgeous. There's also the fact that you can't just really, you can kind of go all over the place in the wild area, but like the towns are literally like, they're as, what is it, wide as a lake, deep as a puddle, that sort of situation. Like there's big and sprawling, but it's literally just a hallway. And you can't enter any of the buildings. Water. Uh-oh. First time it's done that in a while. Hello, Frames. Goodbye, Frames. We'll just chill here for a second. We'll chill here for a second. It's not that I really need them to continue, like, for, you know, everything, but I haven't seen it do that in a while. It was good for like 40 minutes. And several days. Why? Strange. Are you done? Are we chill? It looks good. I think we're back to being alive. I'm just staring at the meter here. Yeah, looks good. Okay, we're gonna continue now. Just watching that thing now. Out of curiosity. Okay. Anyway. That's something to look at later, I suppose. Hey, I'm back. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. How you doing? You're playing my favorite Nuzlocke game? I have to admit, yeah, it's kind of a fucking banger. It's a great game to Nuzlocke. It's honestly, like, in terms of like the difficulty, like it just really does feel like just feels great. It's something I've wanted to randomize for a long time. And there goes my frames yet again. Yeah, my network's having an issue. Okay, oh well. At least I'm recording it, so. If it ends up choppy, I'm sorry in advance. I'm just gonna keep going. Though it's got me constantly, like, side-eyeing my OBS readout there. God, that's frustrating. It's not like there's any rhyme or reason, it just does that. Oh well. Do. Ay, ay, ay. Honestly, last good Pokemon games were good, because for some reason it feels good to progress in versus today's games that have bad shading but still over color contrast to snit. You know, I don't necessarily disagree. I think Sword and Shield is very artistically pleasing to my eyes. I do like Sword and Shield quite a bit. I just can't go back to it. I have a really hard time actually going back to play it. It's like now that like I've gone and experienced it like once and I'm like, there's nothing to do after you beat the game. There really isn't. There's Dynamax raids and that's pretty much it. It's yeah. Scarlet and Violet was definitely a little bit, frankly, it could have used a little bit more saturation, I think, in terms of its overall like look-see. Could have used a little bit better shading. It could have used definitely better shading. Could have used a little bit more saturation. And obviously it had the, you know, issues it did, you know, for years until the Switch 2 edition came out and pretty much fixed all that. Think that's Pokemon's strategy today? They only need your money once? Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, they need your money once, except they want you to pay it. They want your money twice because they want you to buy both games and their DLCs. So it's yeah, it's bad, man. But yeah, no, like I think Gen 6 and 7 really was, like, I think it was the peak, to be honest with you. I think Gen 6 and 7 really were the peak. I think 7 mechanically was peak, but I think 6 was just awesome. Like Oros was, it's right up there. And I'm a big, like, Gen 4 guy. Like, I really like my Platinum. But Oros is like, Oros just feels good. It just feels good to play. It's fun. Like, I really like the introduction of Z moves and like basically adding another, like, Mega Evolution wasn't a gimmick until it became the gimmick in Gen 7, like with Z moves and all that as well, being the new gimmick. But I still think Z moves, like, you know, alongside Megas were like really interesting, really dynamic. And we still had all the Pokemon around, so we could actually like strategize and make good team comps, you know, that made sense. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like once Dexit happened was kind of like the, I don't know. I think that's the crux of the issue for me. It's like the replayability from Pokemon games really comes for me, it comes down to using Pokemon I've either not used in a very long time or never used at all. And obviously I want to use good ones, right? But so I don't want to sit there using a fucking like a fucking Fearow or whatever in a mainline game, you know, outside of like Leaf Green. You know what I mean, right? So like it's using things like Flygon, like, which sounds crazy because that's a very commonly used mon, but in my Oros, in my Alpha Sapphire playthrough that I'm doing sort of on my own time right now, I am using a Flygon because I haven't used a Flygon like in a team since like maybe 2010, something like that. It's been a long time. I've kind of avoided it just because Garchomp has always been there, and Garchomp is just the better Pokemon. Let's see. I wish they would do something about 40K does a little bit where it's one game versus the other. For example, Sun versus Moon. Whoever outsells the other determines what DLC comes out. What I would prefer, because the DLC is completely interchangeable between both of them, frankly, what I would prefer is just one DLC purchase. Just one for both games, because it's no different. I don't know why I have to purchase DLC twice for each game. I've returned as the prophecy I forgot to make the prophecy. Oh, fair enough, okay. Welcome back, Eve. This over a little bit so I can still see my phone. But yeah, no, I would, because money? Well, yes, of course. Yeah. Gotta nickel and dime you as much as we can. It's not like we're also charging for home. And we're also charging for home and Nintendo's online. You know? It's not like that's not a thing. Don't worry about that. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. That said, I am still expect to see Nintendo getting greedier and greedier in the future. Yep. In September, I think starting September 1st, it's either the end of September or the beginning of September, they're actually raising the price of the new console. They're raising it to $500 instead of $450. So that's kind of my deadline to get my hands on one, because I'm not paying $500 for that console. I'm not. $450 is already kind of a stretch. $400, that's reasonable for what it is. I understand. But like, no. Yeah, give me your socks, your kidney, and your blood, and that's a nice firstborn you got there. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like the $500 like Switch bundle that they've got, like with the Mario game that's on there or whatever, that makes sense for it to be $500 because that's a little, you know, comes with the game and everything. Okay, fine. But like this is a game. This is a like they're raising the price on a console they've already released. Yes. Oh, they're not the first. Like this isn't uniquely Nintendo. This first of all, they're listening to their shareholders, so that's the problem here. But PlayStation has been doing this consistently for what? Like they've done it like 2 or 3 times now. Like the PlayStation 5 was like a $500 console, now it's something like 6 or 7. PS5 price increases. This is why I still use GameStop and GameFly. Aftermarket for games, the best still. Facebook Marketplace, you find some poor mom selling her son's gaming collection for 20 bucks. Oh, that always kills me inside. That always kills me inside whenever I see that. Because I know it wasn't, because I know they have no idea. It's like, I don't mind picking up games secondhand. I really have no problem with that. In fact, that's kind of how I prefer doing it, especially if I can get a physical copy. Yeah, and also, that was my first thought too. GameFly still exists. I had a point to make. When it comes to consoles, though, I don't like the idea of a secondhand console. Like, when it's something like this, I don't know. I feel weird about getting a secondhand console, because, like, I don't know what they did to it. Like, especially since they've, like... I mean, obviously, in order to buy it, you know, like, if you were to buy it from GameStop or something, right? They test it, they refurbish it, they make sure it's good, right? It still feels weird. I don't know why. I need to get over that. It just feels off. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they recently, like Sony recently increased their console to, let's see, what is it? Yeah, okay. $649 for the regular one, $599.99 for the digital version, and the Pro, the PS5, the PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't even know what the PlayStation 5 Pro even does or is. Is it just a stronger PlayStation 1, like PlayStation 5, like whatever, like the PS4 did, whatever? I don't know. Is it just slightly better? Yeah, that is a $900 console. What are we doing? Like Nintendo, I know Nintendo used to sell their consoles at a loss. They used to sell their consoles at a loss and basically make all the money back from people buying games. And that's what you should be doing. And that's and plus there's also the fucking digital store now. This is a thing. All they have are server costs basically. Like, this has gotten ridiculous. And they also don't Nintendo also doesn't publish their digital sales, from what I understand. They don't publish that. So all we have on their sales, like in terms of like their game sales, it's all the physical stuff. Yeah, it's a disturbing trend because that's going to continue. I'm pretty sure Xbox has also done the same. Like, it just keeps going. So I would not be surprised to see a $550 Nintendo Switch 2. And then there's going to be the OLED eventually. There's going to be an OLED, or upgraded version of the Switch 2 at some point as well, where it's like, it's where that one's going to be like 600 or something. This has gotten silly. This has gotten silly. You think that's bad? Try buying a secondhand car. Exactly. Fucking exactly. The biggest joke today is physical media, because you're literally buying a piece of plastic as a key for a 30 gig game where you're buying the license, not the game. Well, I will say, specifically in key cards, yes, I would say that is the case. But something like these actual like Switch games, they're just on there. They're just on there. They are eternal. They are mine forever. All of these are eternal, mine forever. You know, yes, the keycard argument, yes, absolutely. Fucking despise keycards. Disgusting. Like, at that point, I will just buy it digitally because what the fuck are you charging me for fucking plastic that doesn't work? Like, you're charging me extra for something that... I got nothing. I don't know why we're doing this keycard nonsense when they actually do have like I think Cyberpunk actually put their entire game on a regular Switch cartridge. It's actually on there. It's not on a keycard. And if fucking Cyberpunk can be on a game on an actual game card, there is no excuse for anybody else. I don't know what they're smoking. But whatever it is, I kind of want some. But I also don't. What I actually want is ice cream. Got him, fat. Oh, Ubisoft is the biggest offender because of what happened with The Crew. I still own the disc. Yeah, that's been a big problem. That's been a big problem with PlayStation for sure. Just PlayStation games in general have this problem. Like I remember this being a thing on the PlayStation 4, where a lot of the game. My brother had a PS4. I think he has a PS5 now. Got one a while back, but he got a PS4 years and years ago. And I remember asking about this, are the games are these actual still discs? And he's like, no, you have to fucking download these now. And it just seems to be how it is. This is why I support everything being actual cartridges instead of discs anymore, because cartridges are eternal. I know that there's there's some 3DS games that kind of have they kind of have a shelf life for some reason. But yeah, no. Also, good morning, Arms. Hello. And good morning, Shady. What's up? You also are awake. Good morning indeed. My nose is itching. And that's because Cyberpunk is made by CD Projekt Red and is DRM free. Okay, so yes, except Cyberpunk doesn't get that excuse that they're made by CD Projekt Red and therefore it's good, because CD Projekt Red released Cyberpunk in the state that it did. Admittedly, it was rushed, but that was a fucking mess. And they fixed it. They pulled sort of a No Man's Sky, but it was an absolute mess. So all faith I ever had in it, because CD Projekt Red, it was one of those one of those studios where I didn't really play much of their games, but they were so through cultural osmosis, you have this just immediate respect for them. I never ever said it was perfect. Well, there is the implication. I don't remember hitting the button here. Let me see here. I didn't hit the button there. I was the biggest critic when that happened. Dude, yeah, I know you were. I know. I know. The point that I'm... You were saying, but the implication is, the reason they managed to do that is because they're made by CD Projekt Red. They managed to put everything on their key card. Or not even a key card, on their actual cartridge. That was how I read that. Now, forgive me if I stepped on some toes. My bad. That was the implication that I read. Sorry, let me elaborate. Okay. I will allow it. Also, I need to hit that button again. Let's see. Yeah, the CMOS. Yes. Yeah. We're talking about the so the 3DS games have a shelf life to them because of the CMOS. It's a little iffy. Same problem with, let's see, CD Projekt Red is owned by GOG. Everything GOG does is DRM free. That's all I meant. Okay. In the context of like in the context of Cyberpunk being on an actual cartridge, I mean, I don't mean it didn't have. I don't mean anything about like DRM. It's like, so Nintendo does. I don't know if you know this, but Nintendo does key cards now, where it's basically just like PlayStation and Xbox will do, where it's basically just a. It is just essentially a license. It is a piece of plastic in the shape of a Switch key, game key. Or not game, cartridge, excuse me. I'm getting all my terms mixed up here. It's a piece of plastic shaped like this, right? But then you slide it in, and it's like, you have to download the game now. It's basically the license to download the game, like as if you as if you purchased it digitally. But yeah, that's what I meant. And so that was what I meant by Cyberpunk basically being on an actual cartridge. There is no excuse for other companies not being able to do it either. That is what I meant. Let's see. Here's a topic: memory bloat. Newest Call of Duty starting at like 50 gigs and and growing to over 500. What are they putting in your system? Everything, all at once. If it's probably. If I were to guess, it's probably like what happened with Cyberpunk. It's probably like what happened, not Cyberpunk, Helldivers. Excuse me, completely different game. I'm all over the place. I'm trying to talk too fast, and my brain's trying to catch up. Like what happened with Helldivers was that they were basically, in order to try and accommodate their lower end systems, that where basically they had. They were still accommodating lower end systems using hard disk drives, so HDDs, right? And so in order to accommodate that, in order to make sure everything loads at the same time and everything like that, they had to, basically create multiple textures of duplicates of the textures and have them all load, kind of at the same, sort of like loading like into each other at the same time, so everything can run as fast as an SSD. And what ended up happening was the size of the game, the size of Helldivers 2, regardless of your opinion on Helldivers 2 at the moment, because holy fuck, that game is a dumpster fire right now. That game is about 20 to 25 gigabytes, right? Before they managed to shrink it down by outsourcing that problem to another company to then shrink it, they hit over 150 gigabytes just due to duplicated textures. Let's see. I'm aware. I'm calling that a form DRM because you're right. There's space in the cartridge, so why do it? Oh, yes. That's okay. Okay. I'm seeing what you're saying now. Okay. I understand that there was a bit of a disconnect in the way I was, That makes sense. Okay. Also, several sets of textures as well. Did I hit the button there? I don't know. I'm gonna hit it anyway. Like what's happening on my screen right now. What? Also learned that none of that was necessary and the speed increase was negligible. Yep, pretty much. So that's my theory on like why COD is like that, but I don't know. The two games playing? Yeah. I'm playing like two different games at once, basically using whatever. I've gotten confused. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. What about two games playing like multiple textures? Where it's like, do you mean like... Elaborate, you vile fiend. Make it pink, indeed. Multiple textures were also accounting for different resolutions as well. Don't get me started. It was all the things. All right, we're gonna hit 2665, and then I've got to stop the recording, and then restart the delete that recording, and then restart the recording. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, is that what's happening with memory bloat? Is that you have accommodated different systems and basically playing the same game multiple times in the same instance? I don't know the technical, like the actual technical answer, but that sounds right to me. Excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the stop recording button here. Boop, boop. And then I will go ahead and I will just go ahead and delete that. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's late. Go to bed? No, Mary. You can't stop me. I'll do what I want. I already went to bed. I woke up at 7:30 in the evening. Checkmate. How you doing, Mary? Long time no see. Do. Your sleep pattern is so fucked. Oh, fucking believe me, I know. It seems to be that this is when like that sleep pattern that I have right now is like, it's what seems natural to me. I seem to just really gravitate towards that, and it's like I can do both, but I can do both the really, you know, getting up really early, you know, going to bed kind of early thing. The problem I have is I can do that. I will get distracted and then go to bed later than I'm supposed to. Or I have other commitments where I need to go to bed later than when I should. And so what happens is the threshold is then pushed back by like an hour or two. So then it starts happening again, and I start circling around the clock as to like when I'm actually going to bed. And then for a while, for like a month, I'll land in one of these camps where I'm like nocturnal or like waking up really early, and it'll be, you know, it'll be fine. It's manageable. It's when I'm transitioning back around the clock. You didn't press the button? I thought I pressed the button. Let me double check. Hold on. Okay, that's 7-3. Seven, 5. No, we're good. We pressed the button. Unless I missed one earlier. I don't know. This is gonna be sort of like a loose encounter thing anyway. Where the fuck is this stupid deer? Before that? Okay. I will go back. I will double check. Skim. It looks right. Yeah, no, it looks right. Yeah, no, looks good. I think I appreciate you double checking, or basically forcing me to double check. I appreciate that. Which one's Colony 6? Is that the one on the... Yeah, I think that's the... Yeah, that's Tomato Town. Right, okay. That won't make any sense to anybody else, but... I know what that is. I know what that means. I want ice cream. There's also pie. I want ice cream and pie. I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna do that once we're done with this stream. I've decided. I'm gonna have warm berry pie and a little bit of like vanilla ice cream. It's gonna be great. I've already had my breakfast. Most important meal of the day. Serving it up Gary's way. Who's your favorite sword of justice? Eve's not gonna have any idea. It's gonna be this one. It's this one. It's definitely this one. When it's pink. What's shiny Cobalion look like? So I haven't eaten since 4 o'clock when I woke up. It's 8:50, as in like, it's been almost 5 hours? You should go fix that. Virizion is def the best. Yeah, it's the other one. Yeah, the one that Mary said. Yeah, exactly. Yes, you should go fix that. Go consume sustenance. You're at work, you can't. Well, get a little, like, steal a little snack bar. I don't know where you work. There's probably something nearby where you could just, like, pilfer. It's fine. They won't know. It's what's best for you, my lord. At 11. Disgusting. It's terrible. Actually, look at Cobalion here. Cobalion. Cobalion. That shows me nothing. Bulbapedia. Nope. I have to actually scroll for that shit, don't I? Cerebi. There we go. Oh, it's just kind of like... Okay. Makes sense. Terrakion is way more distinct. That makes way more sense. Should I fast for a blood draw, put it off for a day? Well, I mean, you're gonna wind up in the exact same position if you put it off for a day as you are right now. So, I don't see what... I don't see why you would. Okay. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you hungry. I did that a little early, but... 2701. No dice. There's select, there you go. I mean, Cobalion goes to Samurott normal colors. It kinda does. I would survive if not for Zell's suggested for pie and ice cream. Well... I don't know why I'm doing that so early. My rhythm is completely messed up now. I would get up and get that pie and ice cream right now if I wasn't actually, like, live on the internet and What's your favorite ship of Naruto? I don't think they had any, like, fancy ships, so, I mean, I guess... Like, I don't know, I don't really remember any, like, decent boats. Not really something, like, why boat when you could just walk on the water? You know? Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Why do all of them suck? You see, exactly. There's no reason to have a ship if you could just walk on the water, like, because you're a fucking ninja. Durr. Thousand Sunny because Naruto is trash son. How dare you? You know what I mean. I do know what you mean. I'm just being obtuse. Oh, we're doing frame drops again. That's my favorite. But why? We were doing so well, computer. I swear to God, it's gotta be OBS itself doing something funky in the background. I don't know why. Why? It's gotta be OBS itself, because, like, for those, so I've been running a sort of an experiment. Not really, but running sort of an experiment in that I basically haven't fully shut off my computer in like 3 days. I've just been putting it on sleep instead, you know, because it's been working, right? The last few streams I've done have been flawless, right? Flawless. It's been lovely. So why is it? Yeah, OBS has special needs. It really fucking does. So why are we doing this song and dance with my network just destroying itself? Is it the network itself, or is it OBS? And if it's the network itself, why is it doing it now? Why is it doing it completely randomly? Like, it's not like there's high load. There's who the fuck else is on their internet going crazy at 12:56 in the morning? What is going on here? Yeah, how are they gonna remake One Piece? The show hasn't even ended. That's a good fucking point, to be honest with you. That is entirely fair. We're still dropping. Like it's hot. Are we good? Nope. Mary ignored my legitimate response to her question. I mean, it is a good response. I like it. From what I'm aware of, it's going to trim a lot of its fat. I mean, I don't think the series, like, I don't think the manga itself has even ended, has it? She ignored my legitimate response as well. Yep. I wish I could actually pull up the log as it was going. So show log files. Show me this shit. Can I actually open it? I can as it's going. Okay, here we go. Why are we dropping frames? Does it show me anything useful here? Doesn't frame. Network. I'll find that. Okay. Let's try error. No. The log just doesn't, it just doesn't. Okay. The log just doesn't. As soon as I start doing things again, that's when it started dropping again. You motherfucker. He has announced an end. It is coming, but has not ended. Oofda. Have I seen Boruto? Unfortunately, I've seen a good portion of it. It is kind of a dumpster fire. It really could just be decanonized, and I wouldn't bat an eye. It'd be fine. Because Boruto is just, it's a dumpster fire. Donisaka, I mean, that's literally, what do you mean not your canon? That's just the only way it would go. You're silly. You're silly. That is the source of most filler. Yep. Same thing with Bleach, right? Though some of the filler arcs were actually pretty good. Some of them. Like, at that, like, the filler arcs could have actually been, like, they were good enough where some of them could have actually been canon and then referential. You know, or referenced, you know, later on. It would have been kind of interesting. Especially, like, you know, like when their swords became like actual, like, you know, people basically, and you got like Monkey Mommy Zabimaru. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's my canon. Why is Naruto hot in the future and everyone else aged? He looks exactly the same for the most part, to be honest with you. Just... yeah, I mean, that is the best one, Shady. Those are always the best ones. I'll still never forgive what they did to... I don't even remember her fucking character's name. I don't even remember the name, but it's the one that was... the one that they just turned into a fucking butterball. Yeah, they did them fucking dirty. There was one female character that was basically, I think she was like a former apprentice to Orochimaru, I think. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. But they put her in Boruto and turned her into a butterball. The body is round. Swear. The disrespect was unreal. Orochimaru redemption is so unserious. And calling it it's redemption is like, it's not even quite redemption. It's more like he's just kind of there. Like, he doesn't even really have much in the way of a scheme, because that was kind of his whole thing, was that he schemes and he's done all that. But it's like he's just kind of there. He's kind of like pretending to be a father and not even really. He's just kind of there. Like, all right, bud. Yeah, Boruto was a fucking, and continuing to be. It is still going, and it is it's still a disaster. From like, honestly, it's been a disaster since the. It was like when it fucking completely lost me. It was like the major arc after the. Was it like when, like, I forget how early it was when he cheated, like when Boruto cheated in the Chunin exams? It was just like right around, if it was either, it was around like sort of like midway through, like, I forget when that was. Like, it's still going. Yeah, I think it's still going. Yeah, we can't let the cash cow go. You know, run dry. Arms. We can't let it go. It's like he cheats on the Chunin exams, and that fucking sucked. But then there's also another arc, like where it actually left off, where basically the Orochimaru kid, like. It looks like they're just redoing Sasuke's arc, where he's about to, like, where he's trying to, like, he's escaping from the village, he's a rogue ninja or whatever, and there's an actual reason for it. He's, like, doing some sort of, like, not quite undercover type stuff, but he's, like, actually, like, they were just rehashing the same arc over, essentially. We have to go chase our friend, you know, who ran away from the village, we have to go bring him back! And it just fucking sucked. Also, the cheating is so unserious. Like, didn't Kiba use steroids? I mean, fucking, I don't know. It's been long enough. I don't remember. I liked the weird Uchiha, like, arc. That was pretty early on. I really liked that. Yeah, won't you come back to the village with us? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I liked the weird Uchiha arc where it was basically one dude that was, like, either, like, a clone or something, where he just had a bajillion like Sharingan eyes, like, just embedded all over his body. That was really interesting, and his whole thing was basically like his, like, special, like, Uchiha power or whatever the fuck it was basically using any metal that had come into contact with his blood he could freely control. That one was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. You actually got to see, like, you got to see the original cast kind of back in action, and so you got to see Sakura just, like, fucking essentially punch a mountain away. That was pretty cool. I liked that. I like that part. Yeah, he just, like, basically punches a mountain away or something, and everyone else, like, everyone was just like, remind me never to make her angry again. Sakura not being useless? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, impossible. It was like they were inside some, like, really, really spacious cave, and there was a massive, like, like, column of stone from, like, the bottom to the top of the series. The cave, I mean. I was reading series. It was... She basically, like, punched it and launched it at the dude. It was kind of fucking dope. And that was the peak of the series. Hearing this makes me happy that Cowboy Bebop only had 23 episodes, and I couldn't even get through those. I'm kind of with you. I couldn't jive with Cowboy Bebop myself. I got bored. I gave it like the 3 to 4 episode shot, and I just got bored. Plus, what's her face was annoying. Cute, just annoying as shit. It's a lot. Yep. Gundam Wing is so hard to watch. I mean, it's Gundam. There's all of them. There's yes, it's all Gundam. Faye, probably. I don't know. Yeah, Faye Valentine, the purple hair with the red jacket, vest. What do you call it? That thing. Yeah. Don't say Gundam. Oh, but Gundam boy. Edward wasn't until after episode 6. I don't even know what that is. He'll summon Hikaru. More viewers! Oh no! It'd be so bad. It'd be hard to watch with those Wing Gundams had some excellent design. Yeah, they look really cool, don't get me wrong. I think Gundams look cool. I'm a big fan of Stompy Robots. It's just not my scene, dog. It's just not my thing. I like Stompy Robots. I just can't watch the series just because it's just Stompy Robots everywhere. And just like, this doesn't have, I don't have any interest in this at all. I don't know. Speaking of Stompy Robots, are we ready for like my biggest hot take? And I'm sure people have heard this before. I absolutely loathe Gurren Lagann. It's probably one of my top 5 most hated anime things to ever exist. I cannot fucking stand Gurren Lagann. It's absolutely fucking stupid. The only good thing that came out of Gurren Lagann was like, believe in the me that believes in you, or whatever it fucking goes. And that was it. And then the cool guy who was totally the main character, he dies. Okay, fine. So the actual main character, he has to take up the mantle, and he whatever. I didn't even make it that far into where he actually like did something neat. There was like some monkey princess or something. I couldn't give a fuck. But the cute one with the red hair, with the fucking bikini top and everything, the cute one, she basically like, after the other guy died, was like, I'm out, bye. It's like, why was she there? Like, what actual purpose did that character serve if she's just gonna like fucking disappear after like the love interest that she had perishes like within like 6 episodes or something? Don't get me started. Yeah, I'm gonna get you started. Getting you started. Yeah, I was mad. I stopped watching after that. Exactly. Everyone was trying to be Attack on Titan. I think that predated Attack on Titan, but I could be wrong. Let me, and it was definitely not the same as Attack on Titan. Like, Attack on Titan was fucking, I don't know. It was torture porn for people like without the actual, like most of the actual torture in the show. It was mostly to actually torture the viewer, sort of like Game of Thrones was. Gurren Lagann was just fucking retarded. Let's see, Gurren Lagann. When did that come out? 2007. It's been around since 2007. That's just depressing. Like, holy shit. What a fucking shitty show. Like, I don't understand how Gurren Lagann has the appeal that it did outside of like its designs were like really interesting, but then they just throw you that curveball and it's like, where do we go from here? And they want you to focus on this new character they airdropped in the middle of like 5 episodes in. When someone tells me AOT is their favorite anime, I get concerned. I mean, here's the thing. I can understand it being their favorite because of how intense it is and how it's like when someone tells you Berserk is their favorite anime. It's like, it's not because it's like, you know, regular anime fare. It's because it's fucking art. You know, strange art, but it is art more than like a show. You know what I mean? So I get it. Okay, fine. Gurren Lagann, like the thing of like the actual like love interest of the actual main character who the show is basically about after that point, that's like 5 episodes in, this character just gets airdropped in. They're just like I fucking hate Gurren Lagann. I fucking hate Gurren Lagann. I also didn't hit the button. I caught it myself this time. I get really concerned if it's Berserk. Fair, I suppose. Fair, I suppose. But yeah, Gurren Lagann is like... I will never not be ass mad about that show. And it's not because I actually like particularly care, but because people love it so much when it's actually such dog shit. That's why I'm angry. Yeah, poor Arms. Poor Arms. Well shit, I'm just gonna turn my Berserk Mega Lovin' ass around. Yeah, indeed. Like, look, it's too many. There's too many anime. Yeah. And there's always just gonna be more and more every season. Must be the last one of the season. It gets really weird, to be fair. Yeah, it gets really fucking... Berserk gets really fucking weird, dude, and really depressing and really kind of horrifying. Not my thing. Sorry, the Sailor Moon accomplished everything in 200 episodes. That's another thing. I've actually never seen Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon, what are you, a female? Yeah. Crazy. I've never seen Sailor Moon. It's just never... It's never come up. And it's one of those ones where it's just like... I think I'm okay. Like, I'm alright. I did see a clip of, like, when they tried to Americanize it, and that was really weird. They tried to do, like, an American version of Sailor Moon called, you know, Sailor Moon, but it was, like, American animated, and it was really fucking weird. I think one of them was in a wheelchair, or something like that, or, like, a hover chair thing. But this is, like, the 90s, so it wasn't, like... It was just a strange decision entirely. It wasn't even for, like, diversity stuff. It was just... weird. Oh, the live action? Yeah, was it live action too? Because I only saw that it was animated. Was it actually live action as well with, like, animated segments? Oh, Jesus. First of all, why are we remaking Sailor Moon in 90s America cartoon? What are we doing? Also, what is tickling my nose? Is there like a piece of like my hair? Or is it... I don't know. It's invisible. I can't get past the transformations and the same with Power Rangers. Yeah. Yeah. Power Rangers do be like, they did get a little bit better with like the longer the show went on, like where they would kind of condense it. When they transform, it's animated. When they're schoolgirls, it's live action. Oh no. I saw a Japanese live action Sailor Moon clip as well, and that was a fucking doozy. It wasn't as weird. It still fit. Because it just felt like a fucking Sentai clip. If he shows up, I'm letting him say whatever he likes to you for that. I think he's fair. I think he's being real and honest and true. Because I kind of agree. As much as I liked my old Power Rangers, I think the original series was a little bit better because it was basically just like, I say the thing and then I turn into my Power Ranger and then you're done. But then when you get to like Mystic Force, for example, where everyone's fucking wizards or whatever, there's like a whole sequence where they like do flips and I don't know. And it just kept going from there. I'm just saying. Sailor Moon has a great story arc, though. I still cry with the ending, but in a good way. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's lovely. And didn't they end Power Rangers last year? Maybe. They're probably still doing Sentai. So, I mean, maybe if they actually ended Power Rangers, I have no idea. I haven't seen any since... I haven't tried to watch Power Rangers since Samurai, because that is when it fucking dive bombed into dumb bullshit, and it just sucked ass the whole way through. Samurai was trash. It was around the time Nickelodeon bought it. Or started airing it, or whatever, whenever they got the... Basically, whenever Nickelodeon got the rights, or Paramount, or whoever. I can't say what they ended last year because if I say the name of the Japanese show, it will summon him. Well, I already said it, I think. You watch Power Ranger until Zod gets killed and it's a great series ending? I think you mean Zed, but yes. Yeah. I liked it. I liked it. There was, you know what it was? There was like a feel to the series, like a production feel. Zordon and Zed. Okay, right. It's been 20 years. Fair? No, I get you. There's like a dramatic like feel in the way that the things were shot and filmed. Like after a certain point. Hold on. When did Nick get Power Rangers? It was, in fact, Samurai. Broadcast on Nickelodeon. Yep, it was in fact Samurai. So when Nickelodeon started, basically was broadcasting Power Rangers with Samurai, it was like right there where the look and feel of the series completely changed, and it just was wrong. It wasn't good, you know? I don't know how to explain it. I could show you a clip and you'd be like, oh, but I can't explain it. It's like, I want to say it has something to do with like frame rate or something, but it's wrong. Westernization of Japanese IPs are a red flag. Well, of course, everything is. I mean, every time it's a red flag. Absolutely. Makes sense. That's what I meant. Yeah, it was like when it was owned by Disney. When it was owned by Disney, it also had its own particular feel to it, like from like 2002. So that was like what? Fucking, hold on, let me see here. Why the fuck? Why did they give me a link to like 2002? Okay. Power Rangers Disney. What show did that start with? Because it was definitely... Because I don't think it was... Because I know for sure there was Dino Thunder, which was fucking awesome. It was Ninja Storm in 2003. Okay. Disney era. There was Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury, and RPM. Yep. All of those have this like particular feel to them. They have this particular feel to them that's just like, this is good. You know? Makes sense. Let's see. Power Rangers. Give me like a... Yeah, the Sabon era. Yeah. Can I have a list? There we go. Series, we have Mighty Morphin season, blah, 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 blah. There was the Alien Rangers. There was Power Rangers Zero, which I don't remember seeing. There was Turbo. There was, Zeo, excuse me, not Zero. Zeo. Zeo was dope. Because it was basically just the original series, but like a little bit different. Then there was fucking Turbo, In Space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force, Wild Force. All of these have this like particularly like fun little like aspect to them that felt really nice. And then going into the Ninja like going in with Ninja Storm, the Disney era started, and you could kind of feel a change, but it wasn't too big, but like it's still noticeable, right? Then you hit Samurai, and just like that feel changed again, and it's dog shit. Dog shit. It's terrible. Fucking awful. Everyone hates Mystic. I mean, it was fucking weird with its like overarching story plot, but yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was weird. Which one was the fucking pirate one? Was it Supercharge, or was it... I think it was Megaforce. I think it was Megaforce where everyone became pirates. For some reason. Fuck, Britain got a lot of that shit years later. Yeah, I'm sure. Wait, do we have a pirate one? Yeah, there was definitely a pirate-themed Sentai that they then turned into, I think it was Megaforce. So that was what? Fucking... Yeah, for the 20th anniversary? Was it pirate? Was this one? I think they were like fairly normal, and then I think it might have been Super Megaforce that turned them into pirates. 2013. Fuck. Was it Super? Yeah, Super Megaforce is when they turned into pirates. Yeah. What the fuck? It's hard to explain. Like, you would have to go back and watch clips to see what I mean, where it's like, it feels like there was a certain believability of the older series, like with the Saban era, and even with the Disney era, it still felt a little believable, but when we hit the Nickelodeon era, it felt like I was watching plastic. Like, plastic with the real-life human people. Not just the Power Ranger, like, in their costumes and all that shit. I mean the actual, like, people. They felt like plastic. I don't know how to explain it. I don't remember hitting the button there, but we're gonna hit it anyway. Have all the Red Rangers killed someone or gone to jail? I don't think so. I think a couple might have. But I don't think all of them did. I know one of them... Oh, I can't make that joke. I feel awful. I was gonna say, one of them didn't kill someone else. IRL, probably. Yeah, Jason David Frank. Didn't he commit suicide? Like, it was only a couple years ago when that happened. It was fucking horrible. I'm not saying his name a third time because then I'll summon him, but he's gonna be so mad when he missed this combo. Yeah, probably. Or he won't care. It's okay, we won't have to talk about it. OG Red Ranger was involved in fraud. Well, I mean, well, there you go. Ninja Storm Red Ranger also. Oh, really? Oh, that's rough. I have to look that up now. Ninja Storm. Holy shit, 2019. New Zealand actor. Oh, man. Man. Yeah, apparently he was also super abusive. So this is the thing. It's like, on one hand, it's like he's no longer here to defend himself. So I don't really know actually what happened, but according to his wife, his widow now, super abusive, like regularly physically abusive, and then was convicted. So, ouch. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. So that doesn't help his case at all. But he was then convicted, and then 15 days later commits suicide. Fuck. I don't feel as bad, but also I do feel bad. Not as bad, but I still feel bad. That's fucking rough. Yeah. Yeah, no sympathy for abusers, yeah. He had two choices, do corn or fraud, and he picked fraud. Well, I mean, you know what? I would rather do fraud then. What? What? What does that mean? How are those your two choices? Yeah, no, you're right, Arms. You're absolutely right. No sympathy. Yeah, thinking about it a little harder, because it's like whenever someone, does off themselves, you're always kind of like, oh, that's rough, tortured soul or whatever. But it's like, now that you mention it, it's like, yeah, no, I think you're right. It was a rumor for years that he got, ooh. This became really dark. This is a really dark conversation. But it wasn't him. But then he got into fraud. Okay. Was it like tax fraud? Because then based. Don't do it, because that's illegal. But also base. Avoids prison. Oh. Ooh, not that kind of fraud. That's bad fraud. That's not good. Ooh, that's not good. Austin St. John, the Dallas area actor famous for playing the Red Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, avoided a federal prison sentence Thursday for his role in a $3.5 million Paycheck Protection Program scam during the COVID-19 pandemic. That is bad fraud. Bad fraud. Yeah, that was the one. Yep, that was him. Yeah, that's not good. Ooh. 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 I should always look things like this up before I start speaking, not with authority, but just in general. I should look things up before speaking. Being and looking things up. Whoa. Interesting. Okay, I need to look up to see if I actually hit the button properly there. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, we're good. The reds are always problematic. Does seem to be that way, doesn't it? Does seem to be that way. Did Lost Galaxy or Animal Force Red Rangers end someone too, either or both? I don't know. I kind of want to move on from this subject because this is honestly quite depressing. Hello, childhood. I ruined it. The only problem is I don't have a good, subject change. Good news, I have coffee. Bad news, I no longer fasting because I had chimkins. Well, okay, blood draw to another time then. Welcome back, though, Shady. While you were out, did you happen to see the pink deer? Because I can't find it. Always had a crush on the Ninja Storm Red Ranger. Well, it's a good thing that didn't actualize, I guess. With the way he With the way he knocks people around, or knocked. Past tense. Whoopsie. We can continue to drag animes, we sure can. I also kind of tapped out on that one though, I'm not gonna lie. Give me something else. More. Feed me, Seymour. Don't make it weird though. And sorry, no, how dare you? I'm always open to whack Attack on Titan. Well, I mean, as we should. As we should. My shoulder suddenly is not happy. Any intrigue season 1 had lost. Yeah, it's not... Yes, it's okay. Season 1 was interesting, but it took way too long for the next season to come out, so I lost interest in it. And I also watched it way too early. I was way too young to watch that. What's your favorite old anime? You can pick DBZ. It's nothing wrong being basic. See... The problem is when you say old anime. When you say old anime, I could say something from like 2012, and that would count as old anime because that's over 15 years old now. So the threshold of what old anime is now entirely relative, and it's also gonna be like violence upon the other people in here. There was one that I really liked, but favorite old anime, One Piece. Favorite new anime, One Piece. And favorite long-running anime, One Piece. Yeah, that's accurate. One that I really, really liked that I don't think got enough attention and or opportunity to explore itself in the world that it created. Anything under 1990. Well, I probably haven't seen it then. Like, at all. Like, I probably haven't watched shit from, from before 1990. But one that I really, really liked from, like, the 2000s, I think. Let me pull it up. (2007 to 2010), Darker Than Black. I liked Darker Than Black because of the idea, like the way that the superpowers were kind of handled in that show was really weird. And the idea of how the main character acquired his superpowers was also really fucking weird. Yeah, it was... Yeah, it's like basically, it's like... The idea was, like, if you haven't seen it, so the synopsis is, like, in Tokyo, an impenetrable field known as Hell's Gate appeared 10 years ago. At the same time, psychics who wield paranormal powers at the cost of their conscience also emerged. So basically, if you used them, you kind of became, well, you didn't have a conscience anymore. Conscience. Or it would be eaten away or something. It was really, really cool. It was really, really cool, frankly. Like, the main guy was basically like he was basically an assassin. Had like you have probably seen The Mask all over the internet. You've probably seen The Mask on the internet. And it's extremely common to see, like, as like YouTube profile pictures or something like very similar to it. Let me actually pull up this JPEG, right? Let me pull this shit up. You'll know exactly what I mean when I'm like, oh, you've seen this before. In the Shiny Hunting Thumbs, should be in the stream thumbnails, should be right here, just right on top of the screen. Whoops. There we go. Why is everything moving? Jesus. Fucking relax. But yeah, there you go. Middle of the screen. That white mask with like the little you know, small smile there. Like, yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean now. All over the place on the YouTubes. Probably not that one specifically, but it's very similar, right? Really fucking cool. That guy's whole thing was like being able to use electrical current to, you know, zap people. And so he had these like knives on like metal, like attached with like essentially fishing wire. And so he could throw the knife and then like zap them through the wire. It was fucking dope. It was fucking dope. Really liked that show. It had one season that was pretty good, and then I think it got a season 2, which had like less of a focus on that main character, but on some fucking kid, and it just kind of ruined it. His hair isn't spiky or messy enough. Definitely not main character syndrome. No. It was solid though. It was solid. Okay, this is, okay, we're accurate then. We're up to date on our count. Yeah, I really liked that show. It was I don't know, it was, what would you, I don't know how, it was kind of like a foundational one. Like when I was watching anime, it was sort of like, it was one of the few that I found where it was like, damn, that shit's cool. And that has set the barometer for what other animes are cool. That Soul Eater, like the Full Metal Alchemist, all those. Solo Leveling still trash. I've heard it's amazing. I have no interest whatsoever. It's not because everyone fucking loves it that I'm like, oh shit. It's just like, it's Korean. Meh. Yes, always. I refuse to see manhwas as anything else. Yes, literally me. Literally me. I know there's good ones out there. It's just, here's the thing. There's like a way that like mangas are written and the way that they're drawn, like in a particular way that is very appealing to me. And when you suddenly, when you do the Chinese comics and the Korean comics, suddenly they're not that. And it's not right. They're also not backwards. So as a result of them not being backwards, they're backwards. And my brain doesn't know how to compute this. I can read words on a page, like, you know, like an actual book, words on a page, you know, left to right, no problem. Manga or any sort of comic, I sort of now have a hard time defaulting away from right to left. Or that's how I default, is right to left. So even like Marvel comics, I'm like, oh shit, I'm reading this backwards. And part of that is because I don't read any other kind of comic, honestly. That's mostly what it comes down to. And I know that sounds silly, but it's just how I am. Criminy, dude. Alright, that reminds me. That's another recording to stop. Head back over here, go back here, delete that. And that's a new one. Black and white felt like some sort of artsy-fartsy choice. I mean, yes. Shady with his extreme opinions is unfathomably based, okay? You will get pink deer, so help me, I will smack you silly. It's not my fault. Not my fault. Like, I could make it happen instantly with an action replay code. I would just have to go find one. But why? But why? What's the point? It takes all the value out of it. I have to walk towards the mountain, Shady. I have to be the penguin walking towards the mountain. Is it bad I've never read a manga-only dojins? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. But you do you, boo-boo. There's nothing really that wrong with it other than... I got nothing. I got nothing. It's your prerogative. Wait, no? They aren't all naughty. Yeah, they are. In a sense. In a sense. Okay, fine. Yes. So, God, yeah. In a sense, that is the hallmark of a true enthusiast. A manga, one of them manga enthusiasts, you know? That is sort of the true hallmark. Is that a crime? No. The only crime is the fact that these deer are still green. I'm gonna lose my mind if I get it, like, on both of these at the same time. Boop boo dee doo boo doo dee 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 doo be doo be doo doodle loop boot dee doo. Walking up. Still mad I can't find a translated finale of Tall House. I have to imagine there is. Like there I have to imagine there is. Did Roshi's sister die after the Cell arc repeat? Oh! Are you talking about the witch with the crystal ball? No, she shows up all the time. Like, she shows up in Super. She's fine. So there you go. Checkmark. Checkmate. Super's not canon. Well, then, what the fuck are you asking this about? Like, what the f... How do you think they do it? Exactly. How do you think they actually make money? Is the better question. It's like, that's how they make money. setting. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay. Read a please, so it probably wasn't for the... Yeah, probably. Yeah. This is why I put off the stream yesterday. This is why I did Xenoblade instead, because I'm doing something. I am active. I am attentive. You know? This is fucking boring. We'll get there one day. We'll get there one day. If we hit 4,000 encounters, I'm probably gonna, I am actually fucking gonna do the, well, maybe, no, I still can't do it. I still can't bring myself to do it. I was gonna say I'll pull out the fucking, the four screen layout. At this point, there's no color hair left that they can give Goku. Oh yeah, there is. They're still green? The whole point of these is hanging out? Yeah, for sure. Pretty much. Just chilling. Yep. Train with Broly? Yep. I mean, they are doing that. I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing right now in Super, is like they're basically training Broly to remain in control. Right? So. Well, sort of. I don't know. I don't fucking read the Super manga, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's all I've seen from a clip from the movie. They have Orange Piccolo, too, now that I think about it. They gave Piccolo... They turned him orange. That shit's funny. Yeah, Beerus is crushing Shalom. Yeah. Who's the better father, husband, Goku or Vegeta? This is an easy answer. Yes, it's the same answer that... It's the same question that people have been... you know, jokingly asking for 20 years. That was kind of like, that was shade out of left field. I'm sorry, that wasn't necessary. It's like the other day. It's like the other day when I stream crashed when Sam and Far and Platy and Fritz were playing Vintage Story on their channel. When I stream crashed when they were talking about like Lord of the Rings stuff and like the little bits of trivia, right? Like when they were doing like the little bits of trivia, like, oh, did you know that like Vigo actually stubbed his toe and it really hurt, and that's why he was like screaming like that? And it's like, I had, like, it's one of those things where that was a fun little tidbit. It was a fun little piece of knowledge, a little bit of trivia. Like, 10 years ago. Right? But now everyone still thinks that's the funny, like, piece of trivia. And I fell into this trap myself because I started regurgitating this, like you know, a little while ago myself. Right? I started regurgitating, like, I mean, really recently, a little while ago, right? But that's when I realized that this has been a thing. The same things have been, you know, said over and over and over and over and over again for like 15, 20 years, where the trivia that was supposed to, the obscure trivia that people think is obscure trivia has now become mainstream. Does that make sense? It's fucking weird. sort of a same thing, like with that kind of question, where it's just like, that was like almost like a, not a gotcha question, but like that was like the pointed dig, like years ago, and now it's just commonly understood that yeah, Goku was a shitty father, even though he wasn't actually that bad. I don't know. Rant over, I guess. I'm sorry. I have an at. I see. Word. Where'd OBS go? Over here! Southward said, fuck you, Mary. I mean, if we're gonna put words in my mouth, I'll actually say it. But, because I will double down. But, Zella's a Goku apologist confirmed. Kind of. He's cool. He screams goodly. So, yeah, there you go. I'm still mad that we've gone, like, I know why we went past Super Saiyan 3, because it was really hard to draw. I understand. Just like how Cell has, like, almost never returned outside of, like, CGI because he's really hard to draw. But Super Saiyan 3 was so fucking cool, and then they just kind of went, anyway, after that, it's fine. It's just, you know, moving on. Next thing, blue hair. Oh, okay. It looked really cool. You know, that's fair. We all know you love a good scream. Yeah. Especially the one you hear, especially the kind that you get from the basement. There we go. I've taken it a place. You're welcome. What do you takes on Super Saiyan 4? It's cool as shit. I liked it. I am a fan. I like that one as well. I like GT. GT was weird, had pacing issues, but if we were to cut some of the fat and kind of redo it, I'd be down. I'm especially okay with them coming back in, sort of bringing it back in Daima. I'm okay with that. I'm cool with them recanonizing it. I never actually sat down to watch Daima. Shitty impatient. The RNG hits when the RNG hits, Shady. You know this better than anybody. Probably. I don't know. I'm picking on you. Couldn't watch past the first episode of Daima. I wanted to watch it, but I wanted to wait until it was over. You know, I wanted to wait till the end. Yeah, farming for resources and Fire Emblem Warriors is a bitch when you need the rare stuff. RNG, yep. It could be worse. You could be a Warframe player, Shady. Like those, like 0.0... like the 0.002% drop rates of, like, random pet mod from these specific enemies. Could be like that. It's rough. It's rough out here. They drop from dogs. It's rough. I'm hilarious. Anyway. I would never accept Daima as canon. I would rather the world get eaten by a black hole and electrodes get stretched to the breaking point. And electrodes get stretched to the breaking point? I think that's a little extreme, but fair enough, I suppose. First episode is just one long summary of the Boo saga. Yep, pretty much. From what I understand, yeah. I mean, it takes place right after the Boo saga, so. Like, right after, so. You Hispanic of the America variety? Yes. Not me. Obviously, I'm responding for her. Immediately into something else. Fuck is a Nicolandria? No, 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 never mind. I know better. I know better, and just like how everyone else knows better, because this is a completely random time to shill, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It's very, very cool if you did. I need more for my army. And there's also all kinds of stuff down in the description, like all of my friends' channels. I believe I should double check that. And my Streamlabs. Yeah. 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 There's a thing down there. I'm not saying you have to, but it's very much appreciated, even if if you do. Just saying. Where the fuck am I? Oh. These passionate opinions on Dragon Ball make sense now. Yes, they do. Like, it's probably not too far off to say, that Goku's probably more popular than Jesus. In some of those parts of the world. It's fucking weird. Should H2O just add water be remade? No. No. No, it was already of its time. Like, it was already, like, of its time. It's fine. Leave it be. I don't know why I just hit the button again. I don't think I needed to. Yeah, I didn't need to. Okay. Goku is very popular here in Mexico. See? Like I said, I genuinely believe he's more popular than Jesus. So you know what H2O is? Of course I do. Shady tip $5. Stick of gum. You actually didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Shady. My goodness. It's gonna be a tasty stick of gum. There we go. Reward me for my unsolicited political opinions. Yes. Yes. We're talking about, like, Goku. Of course it's political. I don't know. I'm making shit up on the spot as we go. But yeah, I know it. I'm feeling good tonight. Good. Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Didn't they do 2 spin-offs of H2O? I think what they... I think there was at least a spin-off. I think there was also another season of H2O where they kind of, like, one character had to leave, and so they brought someone else in. I think that's what it was. Of course he knows about H2O. He was a teenage boy of the appropriate age, and it was on Netflix at one point when I basically watched everything on Netflix. So that's how I know. It was on Netflix around 2010 to 12. Water. I love water, especially chilled. Wow, can you believe it? He loves water. I also love water. Wow, that's crazy. Can you believe it? Speaking of, I'm actually kind of thirsty. Takes on sand, coarse, rough, gets everywhere. What is H2O? It was a Nickelodeon show. It was a Nickelodeon show. It was called H2O, Just Add Water. That was the title, I believe. It was a Nickelodeon show about a group of Australian teenage girls that went to this island and I think fell into this like pool of water. Like I think it was called like the moon pool or something like that, because it was right above, where the moon would, like a full moon would come right above and everything, right? But they fell into this pool of water, and then they were then turned into mermaids anytime they touched water. And now you know about it too. You're welcome. Oh, that show. See? Okay, see, he knows. I remember being an older brother watching H2O, which was not really. Not really what? I feel like I'm having a Nigel Farage moment. Based? Based on what? Both main actresses then star on Vampire Diaries. They had the power of the states of matter, solid, liquid, and gas. That's cool. Good for them. That's all I got, dog. Oh, I see what you're saying. It just felt like you left out a word or something. That's why I was confused. I was jokingly saying that my sister watched it and then I was in the background as a result. Yeah. There was a good point where there was a solid point in time where we basically, like, where my, immediate family here was basically living in the same... Whoa. Am I still heard? Whoa, this is weird. We can hear you? Okay, because my computer is suddenly now acting up. That's funky. Love this for me. Your video started for a second, but your screens are frozen. That's, yeah, my computer's doing something funky. Yay. There was a flicker, and then everything just kind of went kaput. Too much memory? Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be. The games are still running okay. That's good. One of them, okay, so one of the games crashed. So there's that. Let me pull up Task Manager here, because I think we're good. Let me see here. I might have to forcibly end both of these. Let me... Can I move Discord around? Okay, Discord still works. That's good. I might have to Can I refresh? Camera's working? Well, it's not showing up on mine. Let me open this back up. Let me open... Oh, that's weird. Yeah, this is weird. Let's go ahead and let's cut all this out. Yeah, let's go ahead and close that. All right, that's loading. Okay, that's live. Okay, so it is working again. It does seem like. Okay, so that's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Whoa. Christ. Spotify is jamming too. Okay. Oh, that's weird. I don't have a way of refreshing. Yeah, basically my OBS is cooked. Hold on. I'm gonna shut down my OBS and relaunch it. I know it's playing. I know. You're good. We're just gonna go ahead and pause that for a second. Yeah, I need to shut down OBS and basically just close the program and restart it. That was funky. That's never happened before. Weird. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I think we're back. Yeah, it looks like we're back. Okay. So that was funky. That was funky. Let me make sure I've actually got my task manager up here. I need to see, we've got, well, let me see memory here. All right, so this is going to be funky. We're going to have to open this back up. We're going to have to open this back up. Let me actually go ahead and move this over. This is probably, it probably doesn't need to be open over here. I have no idea how to move this around, so I'm just going to put this sort of at the end there. That's fine. There we go. That's fine. Sorry, it's going to take me a second to like re-prep this. But yes. All right, we had, so it was this one here. We had Ultra Sun up first. Get the music back up. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so it is still playing again. Okay, so you're gonna see that twice. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be funky. Let me just go ahead and head over here so there's at least something going on the screen. And then, so the bottom screen capture is actually supposed to be the secondary window, so I have to move up and then I have to go down again. Open this full screen. There we go. That's there. All right, the second one, main one. All right, second one should be Ultra Moon. I wish it would actually, you know, I wish I could actually have this make sense, but there we go. Okay. Did we live? I think we lived. Can I put this back over here? Yeah, I'm assuming that might have been like some sort of like memory crash or something, but like all three screens flickered and it did something funny that I was, that has never happened before. Yeah, I'm still here. Okay, thank you. Yeah, all screens flickered and basically like my browser froze. The games were still running apparently, but OBS then also froze. Counter went down from 357 to did it now? Let's go back. It sure did. It sure did, didn't it? That must have been some sort of like memory thing. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so now it's 357, so if I do that again. Okay. Okay. We're good. So that was fucking weird. Let me see what the memory is looking like. Yeah, the memory is still sitting at a clean... It's still clean. There's still quite a bit of headroom there. I wonder if I can go... Like... I got nothing. I got nothing. That was bizarre. That was bizarre. Okay. Off we go, I guess. We shall continue. I would have been so mad if I had lost it. If I had lost a shiny from that. I think part of what happened was one of the instances crashed. For whatever reason. One of them crashed. And I don't exactly know why or what went down, but I think one of them crashed and basically took a bunch of stuff with it. So there must have been some sort of like memory issue that like just destroyed everything. I also forgot to start the recording again. That's fine. You can actually get rid of that old one as well. Nothing happened there anyway. How long have I been streaming here now? Almost 3 hours. Okay. Okay. About 3 hours. Hello. I hope I didn't lose too much progress on my Photoshop stuff. I remember saving it, but I don't know when I saved it. That's gonna be fun to find out. I know I saved something very recently, so like before I streamed, so just in case something happened, but I just don't know where I was at. A gender swap with Tritons instead of mermaids? No. No. Not at all. Because... like... you want... like... No. No. No further elaboration needed. No. I'm not broken, I'm not broken, you didn't break me. I just can't say what I actually want to say. What show would you want a remake of so the special effects are better? You almost canceled yourself there? No. Maybe. It depends on my word choice. Almost felt like it crashed again. Why is it? There we go. We are uncancelable. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yes. Never-ending story remake? No. I'm done with remakes. I am tired. I am done with remakes. It's just not... We're done. This experiment is over. Like, I've dealt with too many monkey paws recently, and I don't need any more. Like, like John Carter, I think it's what it was. I think it's John Carter, like the guy who winds up on Mars. Like, that would have been really cool to have a sequel to. Like, within a couple years of it coming out, but now it's too late. But that'd be like the only thing. That or like, I wouldn't have minded like an actual like sequel to Atlantis. The Lost Empire, like the 2000 whatever Disney movie. That would have been cool. Do you want me to be nice about how I say this or just let it fly? There's a lot of fighting words there, and depending on who you're directing that to, you know, things get a little interesting. Didn't they do a sequel of Atlantis? Technically. Yeah, technically they did. Not really. They were basically like short. They were basically like pilot episodes for the series they were gonna do, and then condense them into a movie. They were fucking terrible. They can't cancel you if they don't know who you are. That's true. Which means I can say all the slurs I want right now, can't I? No! Yeah. I know you are, but what am I? Shady. This Obama get down. What? We started at 23:45, so we are a little bit over 700 encounters today. I've legit referred to myself offline as my screen name in conversation, but I do it too. That meme is an old one. Yeah. I've heard Mr. President get down, like, quite frequently, but that specifically, no, I hadn't heard. Am I gonna have to do another week of the, like, wait another week for this fucking thing? This is why I'm so glad I got, like, the majority of, like, Scarlet and Violet stuff done. Like, the big bulk of a lot of the shiny hunting, like, in that game is super, like, it's quick in comparison. Like, there were times where I got, like, 30 shinies in a stream. Super easily. Just took a little bit, but we'd stream for, like, 4 or 5 hours and come out with, like, 30, 35 shinies. Bunch of them duplicates, but still kind of ridiculous. I knew things like this would take a while. Have you seen the London Tipton kidnap movie where she loses her memory? As in, like, Brenda Song in this, or like actually London, like from Zack and Cody? I forgot about Brenda Song. I think everybody forgot about Brenda Song. What's Brenda Song doing these days? What's Wendy Wu up to? She looks older, but pretty much the same. Huh. Wait. Wait. Rehabilitating Macaulay Culkin? I read that right after I saw that she has 2 kids with that man. What? She Johnny cashed him hard? What does that mean? What do you mean Johnny cashed him? I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind on this metaphor, phrase, term. I don't know. The real twist is that he isn't gay. No, he was just a drug addict. There's a fine line, but it's different. There's a fine, blurry line. June Carter got Johnny Cash after. Oh, okay. I get you. Okay. Well, good for the both of them. Holy shit. Yeah. That's crazy. Good for them. Good for them. Happy to hear that. I don't think I can confirm or deny that one, Mary. Yeah, allegedly, even though it's allegedly, I still don't think I can. I don't think I can. Yeah, operative word was in part because of Brenda Song. That's crazy. I need to actually get a. I need to learn more about that. That is an interesting. Why is my nose so fucking retarded? Oh my god. It never ends. It's always something. There's always like some sort of like thing. Jesus. It's so itchy. Openly stated Brenda said, well, I didn't know this. I didn't know. I don't follow these people. I don't pay attention to any of this. So this is literally news to me. This is probably like 10 years old at this point. I don't give a fuck about Hollywood. Father was the male Jeanette McCurdy's mother. That's rough. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. I'm getting increasingly more violent the more I'm staring at this screen. I'm getting spicy. It must be the coffee. Probably. You know? Yeah, I'm just getting kind of like increasingly violent, it feels like. Yeah. Not good. Not great. Who is your fave? I'm gonna exploit my child parent if I had to choose. Oh my god. I don't fucking know. Mary, you can't just ask questions like that. So controversial, yet so brave. That is definitely a question indeed. Mother, release me, I crave violence. Alright, let's see. Back over here. Alright. Yeah, Eve, same question. Jesus Christ. I don't think anyone's gonna answer. I need to stretch my fucking legs, but I can't because my chair is goddamn... Oh, there we go. Extend. My fat ass is getting hungry. I'm gonna eat this fucking deer. I'll eat your ass. I'm gonna fucking eat you. I'll eat my neighbor. Alright, so the context for that is Alex Jones. I don't think I need to say much more than that other than just saying that name. It's like, there you go. There you go. I hope that when you're the president, eventually give us the... Oh, I hope that your president eventually gives us the real Hunger Games. May as well, like... May as well, come on, lean in. You know... Oh my god, you actually named somebody. Joe Jackson. Bro. Yeah, there's Britney Spears' entire family, yeah. Yep. Yep. Why are you booing? I'm right. I'm worried I'm actually going to see the fucking shiny and still reset over it just because I'm either not going to notice until I've already done it or something. I don't know. I'm worried about it. I know I'm going to do it. Have you seen the Michael biopic? No. No. Or The Devil Wears Prada 2? No. Sneeze. Wouldn't dare to set foot in theater that's playing that either of those movies. Yeah, fair. Ow. Ow. Just stubbed my toe. Here the biopic was heavily, and I mean heavily, sugar-coated in MJ's life. I think one of the interesting things is that, now I could be misremembering something, so if I say something stupid. So one of the interesting things is that with the files that released, a while back, not all, the files, it kind of sort of, I don't know if exonerated is the right word, but at least it did not implicate Michael Jackson, which was interesting, which was wild, which is a good thing because I didn't believe most of those fucking allegations anyway. I don't think they fucking stuck. I just thought he was fucking weird. He wasn't on the list. Nope. Don't think so. Like, it's one of those things where it's less about him showing up in a photo and more about, like, the emails and shit. Mikey was weird but pure in a way. Exactly. He was weird but pure. Was he like Elon where they didn't want him to come to the island? A lot of shit before that did more to exonerate. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there is a photo of MJ, like I think there's a photo of him with the E-Man, which actually I'm never gonna say that again because that ruins it for a lot of other people. It's like, I think there was a photo, but it's like that doesn't. There's a photo of a lot of people with that guy. I don't think all of them are, like that. Anyway, when you get abused, yeah. Yeah. It's best to describe him as stunted. Absolutely. I think that's fair. Genius musician and performer, though. Oh, an amazing dancer. Didn't they arrest him? And yeah, pretty much. It's basically like there was a show of that, and then, nothing happened. That's for now. For now. Yeah, it was all for show. For now, I think there will be consequences at some point. It all depends on how the next couple years go. UK is so performative. Oh, that's not... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they charge him for that was for state secrets and they let him loose. Yeah, there you go. I'm also looking at you, Canada. We're all looking at Canada, don't worry. Everybody's looking at Canada. I have other things to say about Canada that I can't actually say on my channel. Just know that I will be your benevolent and rightful ruler. In time, Canada. It's coming. I'm sorry. It's happening. I've said a lot of things about Canada. Oh, there's a long list. There's a long list. Oh, I want to say, yeah. Yep. 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 There's a lot to say about Canada, and I can't really say it. I mean, I can. I don't think I'll actually be dinged for it. It's just one of those things where it's like, your phone and your makeup is terrible and you have no talent. Listen. You can't... How are you gonna do Justin Trudeau like that? I think his blackface was rather on point. Moving on. I'm not saying it was a good thing. He just did it really well. Uncomfortably well. He blended terrible. I think the most disturbing thing is seeing him, like, I think the most disturbing thing about him right now is just seeing him walking around, like, with Katy Perry. I'm like, no. No, no. No. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. I don't like this. I don't like either of you individually. I don't like that at all. She's kind of a weirdo too. Well, of course she is. Yeah, see, you Shady and Eve, yeah. You're not far off. And I sort of share the same sentiment. It's still wrong. I just don't like having to see it. That's really what it comes down to. That's really what it is. I just don't want to have to see it. Go fucking... Go hide. Go hide. I don't want to see you. There is no way that's true because that is way too comically evil, Eve. I believe you, but I can't believe you. She's done shit like that a few times? Oh my god. She deserves to step on Legos every night. I agree. Then I agree. Ask Kayla, she knows about it. Fair enough. Fair enough. There it is. There's your yawn. The chain reaction starts now. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Where are we at in terms of time? How long have we been going? About 3 hours, 18 minutes. Okay. Because I had to shut down OBS, it basically reset the counter there, so I have no idea how long we've actually been going. I guess I could sort of just look at the time, because it would be 11:30 about when I started, so... Because I don't think I have it in me to go much longer than 3.5 hours. Let's stop at like 3:225. I think that's where we should stop here, and then I'll like outro us out and all that jazz. Do. This is your last chance, Virizion. Alright. I think this is gonna be the last one I do then. Alright, so. Last one. Let's see if it's it. No dice. Okay, so, thank you very much for joining tonight, just hanging around. I appreciate it very, very much. It was a fun time. Boring. This was boring. The chat was not boring. It was wild in a good way, in a fun way. Anyway, so yes, so later on this evening, as in technically, you know, like Monday evening, later on in that time, we'll be wrapping up Eye of the North, or Guild Wars 1 Reforged expansion Eye of the North. And we'll be wrapping that up, doing the final mission, and, you know, just dicking around for a little bit, probably after, or even before. I don't know how we're going to play this out, but that is going to be episode 6 and the finale of the main important story there. I'll be joined by Eve and as in the chat here, as well as Sam the Free Frog, who I believe are both linked down in the description. In fact, let me double check. Yes, they are. Okay. So they're both down there. Go check them out if you haven't already. And yeah, so once again, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you're watching in the future. And yeah, well, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, week, month, or life. And I'll see you all next time. I know yesterday was it's no longer Mother's Day, but yesterday was Mother's Day. And if you haven't already, go call your mom and also let her know, of course, that I said hi. And yeah, it's time to get out of here. Have a good night, everybody. And take care. Or good morning. Go eat food, Arms.